As I said, I am writing my second play and I'm making some research. So here it is. This is not, please, anything other than the cultural references that I'm making research about, the specific events that occurs in my plays. I'm from Turkey and I live in England, so I have a uh, understanding about what a very in-depth understanding about how life was in Turkey, and not so sure right now because every time I go back to Turkey, I feel like everything is a little bit different. But that's not what I'm going to talk about. Why the brides wear red ribbon around their waist over the white wedding dress in Turkey. If you've been to a wedding in Turkey, you will recognize that some brides do, some don't, because that red ribbon symbolizes the virginity of the woman. Um, I mean, not wearing it, I guess in the past would cause like what we call is like a bloodshed, uh, because the virginity for a woman, for the family of the girl, is one of the most important aspects of that girl. I guess that's how, that's the purity about the, that's the purity that showcases, that's the pride of the family. So that's really interesting matter. If a woman doesn't have that kind of a, like, if she lost her virginity before the wedding, before like giving herself to her one and only husband forever, whatever that concept is, that's been taken as a very degrading thing, as a lowly thing, and it would be a very degrading situation for the whole family. It's like people will kill each other, like a father or a family member, the brother will could kill somebody, because they, what is it called, that they put a mud over the name of the family. And that's one of the really biggest aspects of a family to hold on to and to fight for. This, the name of the family is pure, pure, because of the virginity. In my youth, I lived in the threats, even from my own family. Like, bless my mother. Everything that's good happened to me is because of my mother, because of this all this pressures and stuff. So you just find another place that would accept you as you are. But uh, even I got like the threats of taking to an examination at a doctor examination. So you could, I remember like the girls talking about how to fake a virginity uh, during the marriage. So how to fake losing a virginity. You can say that, oh, I just fall from my bicycle and something happened, then I started to get bleed and my virginity membrane got broken. And also there's like so many cult Turkish movies about um virginity membranes, like, for instance, uh a a newlywed uh bride and groom could, if they did it before, they could fake the blood in the morning, because there's this tradition of, you or used to be in the villages and more of a autocratic families, who take this, the bloodshed of the membrane and the virginity, as the pride and the honor of the family, the whole family. um, so bride and groom could fake the breaking of the membrane and the blood, and could present it in the morning over the white sheet to the whole village. And like, that's the proof. My daughter has never done that thing ever. So this is the proof. And there were like some movies, really interesting movies. I remember like one of the girls like commits a suicide because nobody believes that the girl wasn't a virgin, but she didn't bleed the next day after intercourse because whatever it is that her membrane has is a bit elastic. It took a bit time to break. Oh, but it just so she doesn't bleed, and they don't believe in her, and she commits a suicide. And then they after her death, the examination shows that she's still a virgin. um, and then the mom and dad like are devastated, but the and then probably the brother shot the girl. So this is like we call this kind of scenarios. It's like a whole Turkish movie, dramatic Turkish movie scenarios. Like it's not a soap opera though. This like these used to be taken from real life. Is this actually filming? Let's come on. Can I? Okay, it is taken from real life. So I suppose it's, as a cultural thing, I totally think they should just. There's this book where it was saying there is no evil, but there's a misunderstanding, not understanding, seeing the perspective. Uh, but this is like a perspective of a culture. Uh, prob I don't know. I can't really protect any other things. I mean, like probably just maybe they're trying to say, like, my daughter hasn't. I guess, okay, so if we strip it down, probably it could be because of the contraceptions. So the girl, by proving that the girl is a virgin, you prove that the girl is not pregnant. If they couldn't really measure the pregnancy in the first few months, and the girl has got married, and then she get pregnant, who is the dad? Oh, I'm like, if they kind of in somehow had to prove the girl slept with that man, with her husband the first time, so the pregnancy belongs to that man. I guess that when you trace it back, you can trace it to that far. But in nowadays technologies and advancement and the psychological structures, it's so heavy for anybody. Like I can't really believe it still is happening, probably, but I tell you what, it's so engraved in the culture. Um, my high school times, I know I had friends who used to give from the back door, from behind, so anal sex, because then no one has to prove anything. So they still kept their virginity, but they still pleased uh, the boy they were dating with. I think there is a incredible movie about this Turkish suppression over young girls, and it's called Mustang. It's a female Turkish director, and this beautiful four or five girls in different age groups. It's just really great movie cinematographically, and it's also a great movie at 100% in accuracy, depicting the life in a small city or small town, that neighborhood watch, that honor to the family, honor that comes from the daughter, from the girl side, from the woman's side. Wow. So thank you very much for listening to me. So on my channel, I'm I am not an advocate for anything. I'm making researches because I'm gathering information, and I'm sharing those with you. Um, there we go. So please subscribe for more interesting cultural facts about Turkey and England, and probably myself. Sometimes I give a little bit of what's happening in my life. Also, share, comment, so these videos can just high rank a little bit. Okay, thank you very much.